So if you're watching this video, it's probably because you found a really great piece of land in the country. You're just a little bit stressed out because you don't know how you're going to pay for it. You don't really have the money. The good news for you is actually you've got the whole problem in reverse. You see, knowing what you want is actually the hard part. Figuring out how to pay for it is actually a lot easier than you think. So many people go through their entire lives in jobs, relationships, and committing to long-term obligations that really don't work for them at all. The reason that they spend all their time and energy doing it is because they haven't found anything better. They don't know what's going to make them happy. If you have your heart set on buying a piece of land that you absolutely love and you're committed to buying it, the hard part's already over. So everyday Americans can access thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars in 0% introductory interest rate credit cards without even getting creative, just if you open your mail. So that's your down payment right there. If you were to call the number on this credit card or the credit card that you get when you open the mail from the bank, that number would route you to a 24/7 call center where a sales associate would be paid a commission by that bank to issue you a credit card with 0% interest rate APR for the first 12 months, including cash back and rewards on all purchases you make throughout that time. And the cost for you of getting that credit card approved in the next 10 minutes today is zero. Guys, this is America. Cash is king, but credit is the kingdom. Learn to use it. Now, you might be with me so far, but even if you are, you're probably thinking that, okay, sure, maybe I can put the down payment on a credit card, but what about the rest of the price that I got to pay the seller? Because the land that you want to buy is probably worth way more than what the credit card company is going to approve you for on the new credit card, and you're right. But if you're asking that question, then you've already forgotten a very basic truth, which is that the main source of untapped funding for your land acquisition is the seller. You see, the land that you're buying, it's paid for. Like the seller doesn't have any debt on that land. They're not paying the bank. The seller is the bank. The seller's not only the bank, but they're also a way better bank than the credit card company because they're going to be able to finance you at way higher price points with way lower interest rates at credit terms that will be way more favorable to you than what the credit card company will offer. They'll also do all of that without having to check your credit or without impacting your credit score or going through a rigorous application process with all that paperwork like you're used to with the commercial banks. You might be thinking at this point, well, that all sounds all well and good, but I don't know how to pitch owner finance and I don't really know how to do that, but you don't have to. All you have to do is tell the seller, look, I can afford to pay you $750 a month, and according to this online mortgage calculator that I found on Google, that payment, if we do that over a 10-year period, I'll make you 120 payments monthly, and at the end of that term, the mortgage is going to be paid off. And you really shouldn't spend any time worrying about how to do the paperwork for that because the title company or the closing attorney that helps you guys with the transaction, they're going to do all that for you anyway. A lot of people are getting ready to tell me that this is bad advice because people are already up to their eyes in debt and any more debt is going to be unaffordable for them, but that totally misses the point. The point I'm making is that when you have your heart set on something and you know you really want it, not having the money to pay for it's not going to get in the way of you having it because you have the power to make it happen.